Hi, we're continuing the commercial real estate series because I know quite a few people like following my commercial real estate stuff where I talk about, well, commercial real estate in my business park here in Norwest in Sydney, Australia. Let's take a look at this one that just popped up because, I get the email alerts and whatnot. This jobby, 79 square metres. The lab here, 50 square metres. So, it's a decent size increase. 3 car spaces, tenanted investment, only 849,000 Aussie dollary dues, excludes GST, of course, which is our goods and services tax, which is 10%. I was very surprised because the Howard government back in, I don't know when it was, geez, little Mr. Sheen, Johnny Howard, introduced the goods and GST. I don't know, yeah, I think he's the only politician's ever won an election by introducing a new tax, which was GST. It was bizarre. Anyway, 10% goods and services tax, but if your company is registered for GST, as I am, then you can actually claim that back. You've got to pay it, but then you get your 10% back. But if you're not, if you're a sole trader or something and you're not registered for GST and you buy this bad boy, then you don't get your 10% back. Bummer. Usually it doesn't they don't charge GST if it's a going concern, as it's called, but this one isn't a going concern. So let's have a squiz here. Suite 208, 20 Lexington Drive, Bella Vista. So it's in the rather annoying end of Norwest Business Park. But look at this. What is this? What is this? It's the cone of silence. It's a pod. It's a pod. Is this it looks like, is that it's just got a screen, and is that like a camera teleconferencing thing? And I'm sure that is a silent, one of those silent pods. You lock yourself in there, and presumably the other people working here can't hear you. So anyway, standard office, open plan office space. I don't have, mine's not that open plan. I've got a cubicle here, and they've just added this. This is just a pod which I guess you assemble it in place because you'd never get that through the door, of course. So yeah, it's one of those silent pods. Let us know in the comments down below if you got, or does your company have one of these silent pod things. I guess it makes sense, if you're talking to a client or whatever, and you don't want to disturb it, you don't want to sound like a call center, like a scam call center, then you go in the silent pod, or you're doing your remote, you're doing, teleconferencing or stuff. Makes sense, I guess. So let's have a squeeze. Look, this one's got a balcony. That's all right. Sort of maybe, you got a bit of a view out there. Otherwise you're overlooking the business here. But bonus to get a balcony. It's not very wide, but you could put a little mini barbecue out there or something. No wuckers. This is Sky City. Yeah, you can see it downstairs. Sky City. When I was originally looking for a place, I looked in here. In fact, it was probably that one there, I think. And it was one of the smallest ones. I think it was like 60 square meters or something at the time. And this, but it was in, annoying part of the business park. Anyway, it's got, this podium sort of level, and there's the Blue Mountains out there, so if you're lucky enough to get a balcony on the other side, you might have a view of the Blue Mountains. But Sky City development, but a typical commercial office complex and stuff, and they've got little wanky foyers down here and stuff, and they've probably got communal meeting rooms as well. So here it is, loan something, and they've got one of these stupid grass wall things. So Lone Panda, there you go. And that's come on. Seriously, the grass wall for the guests to come in, and there's the pod. Yep, it's just sitting there. The cone of silence. For those who've ever watched Get Smart. If you haven't, highly recommended. Get Smart. Missed it by that much. I demand the cone of silence. Oh man, that'd be safe if we had one of these when I used to work. We would be I demand the cone of silence for this meeting. That'd be hilarious. Anyway, oh boy, look, so here it is. This road becomes a bottleneck, a real choke point. Because right up here, at this end up here, in fact, probably just under the cursor here, is Woolworths, Woolies, which is one of Australia's, if not the largest supermarket chain. Their headquarters is right here. They've got 2,000 people working there. Good luck trying to get out of this road at, after 4 p.m. or something. It's just not going to happen. I know people who work there and they don't bother leaving until like at least 6:30 because there's just no point. You would just be sitting in a parking lot. So that's the Sky City building there. I do like this one. This one here, which is the T1 building. I've mentioned that before. They have really good mixed use ones, like as half office and then half high ceiling industrial warehouse kind of, wet workshopy kind of area. I'm really jealous. I'd really love one of those, because you can do nice office space in the front, and then you walk through the door, big dividing thing, big, tall, just open plan, concrete thing where you can do, stuff in. Anyway, that's not it. That's not it. Why is that? Oh, no, yeah, that's not the same office. What's going on? Or is that the front part of it? Is there two parts? Yes, that is the desk. There's the cone of silence over there. Didn't think it was the same. They got a wanky painting over here. Looks like there's another officey thing there. And yeah, okay. No wuckers, another view. And, we've seen this out nearby Bella Vista. That's the metro train station, so you can just hop off the metro train. It's not next door, but it's near enough. And, a little kitchenette thing, very common. I've got a little kitchenette. Might be able to see it. It's behind the poster there. It's a little kitchenette. all of these offices usually have like a little kitchenette. You don't get your own toilet facilities. They're usually common on the entire floor here. So that's it. There it is. Would you buy this? Looks like it's a, here it is. There's the map. Don't care. New 4+3+3 year office lease, a long-term solid investment, rock solid investment. You can't go wrong. Net rental return, 37.525 per annum plus GST, 4% per annum increases. That's actually quite common for leases here, it's absolutely standard, actually, it'd be rare to get one without it, is that, you write into the contract that there's a percentage increase each year. 4% is a bit on the high side, but, inflation. So, so that rental will go up. So a solid long-term investment, so 4+3+3, which means that they have a 4-year, you sign up for a 4-year lease, plus you have 2 option extensions of 3 years. So in this case, it's a total of 10 years. So the tenant in here, you basically can't throw them out for 10 years. But after 4, if they don't take up the extra option, then they can just leave after the 4. But then they have an option to extend it for 3, and then another option to extend it for free as well. It's walking distance to bus stops, gyms, banks, cafes, restaurants, all true. Bella Vista Hotel, across the road. And it's a nice hotel there. They've got an EV charging point and everything. So there you go. So what is this? What's the rental return? This is under 5%. 37.525 divided by, what is it? 849,000 dollary dues, 4.42% return on your money. Although the good thing about commercial property like this is that basically, it doesn't say here, but this is net, but the leasee, the person leasing the place, pays all the outgoings. So the outgoings is all the cost to maintain the building and everything. So basically, if you own one of these commercial properties, then the leasee pays everything. So you have, apart from if there's anything goes wrong with it and you have to, fix something, there's basically no expenses. They're all handled by the tenant. So, okay, maybe you can get like 4.4% return. I can get a better return on my money these days. But like if I had to, like assuming that this wasn't, oh goodness, assuming that this wasn't a lease, and I wanted a bigger space, Like if I wanted to move from my 50 square meters to 79 square meters, 850,000. No thanks. I think I'll stay happy here in my 50 square meters. Thank you very much. Which I paid a pittance for in comparison to this, because I bought this before the metro station went in. So yeah, and then the prices just boomed, and then they've just sat there. So this is over $10,000 a square meter. So you're really paying a premium here. So I don't know if prices have gone up again, or whether or not they're dreaming, telling me he's dreaming. Well, they're selling it with a lease in place. So I guess they're charging a bit of a premium as an investment because, they've got a lease attached to it. It'd be cheaper if they didn't have a lease attached to it and you had to find a tenant. So, yeah. The tenant starts shortly. What is it? 1st of September. Yeah, okay, so they've just started. So very popular office size, blah, 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 blah. And these size offices, anything from 50 to 100 square meters is the most common office size in the business park like this. So you'll find almost like most of the ones in all these buildings, you might be able to, you can get up to a couple hundred square meters and stuff like that, but they're the ones that did poorly after the COVID hit and companies like the whole work from home thing started. Anyone stuck with like a big office space, you had a hard time selling them or leasing them out. Nobody wanted them. But the smaller ones, like this 50 square meters, to 100 square meters, it's good enough that the market's always going to be there. So anyway, so that's not the best return on investment. I can remember when I was a boy, no, in fact, when I was buying this place, which was back in 2011 or thereabouts, and even for the next maybe 3 years after that, you could easily get a 10% plus return. You could get 12% or even more net return on a commercial office space like this. Because the reason that you bought a commercial office space instead of a residential like house, or a unit apartment or whatever like that, is because the rental returns were so good. So a lot of people would buy them in their self-managed super funds because you didn't get any growth. They just commercial real estate never went up in value. It just sat flat at like $4,000 a square meter, and it never went up. So you didn't actually make money on the capital gain of the property, but you'd get that sweet 10% plus return on your investment. It was really nice. So very popular with people with self-managed super retirement funds or 401ks for you Yanks. A very common form of investment. But now, you're lucky to get your 4% or whatever now. So you're pretty lucky. So but then again, you get less for commercial. And of course, this wouldn't even pay if you had to borrow the money, right? 849,000. Well, 849,000 times what 5.5. Well, let's just say. Well, no, it's going to be. Let's just say 6.5%, right? Which is residential rates. That's $55,000 a year just in interest, okay? And you're only getting $37,000 back, right? This is massively negatively geared, which is tax deductible here in Australia, by the way. Still ridiculous, but anyway, it's a total scam. But it's a tax deduction. So you would make a massive loss on that. You'd never get capital gain. Like this thing is already $11,000 a square meter or something. No. You're not going to get any capital gain on this, and you're making a loss if you had to borrow the money. But you would never get the money at those sort of rates unless you refinanced your own home and got them at home loan interest rates. If you had to get a business loan to, pony up the $849,000 to buy this thing, even if you wanted to work in it, actually, use it yourself, then you're still talking like business loan rates. You'd be talking 8-9% probably. And then you'd have to pony up 40% deposit anyway, because it's just very difficult to get a commercial loan. Anyway, I've done videos on that, but there you go. Wow. That's over 11,000 something a square meter. And it's just, it's okay. but you know, it's not spectacular. That one doesn't have concierge service at the front desk. But hey, it's got a grass wall, right? Bargain, and a silence pod. Yeah, how much do these cone of silences cost? I don't know. Leave it in the comments down below. But yeah, that'd totally be me. I'd be demand the cone of silence for every meeting. It's so important. Oh God, if you haven't seen Get Smart, then you won't know what I'm talking about. Go and watch it. Anyway, there you go. There's just a commercial real estate update. Yeah, nah, like you know, you're lucky to get your 4% return, and if you want to buy it to work in, geez, that's a lot of coin. Unbelievable. Catch you next time.